Good evening, guys. My name is Tommy, and welcome to Northern Ear Reactions. How are you? I hope you're all okay. Tonight we have a special Patreon request from Sean Reyes, and this time he's got in touch and asked me to listen to something a little bit slightly different to what we normally do. He's given me a link to a live performance, and he said, what I want you to do is go away today and listen to the studio version in your own time, off camera, become acquainted to it, and then what I want you to do is react to the live performance. So the song that he's asked me to listen to today is The Outlaw, Torn by Metallica, and he's asked me to listen to a live performance. I think it's in Germany from 2019. Is it Mannheim? So I've been listening to that song today, and it's definitely one of the songs that I wish I would have reacted to the studio version as well, because as soon as it kicked off, that very simple open drum line with the almost like a rolling, purring bass that just got attitude to it. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I noticed the song as a whole was quite ambient. There was lots of delay on the guitars, lots of crescendos with the guitar, and what I really liked was James's vocals in that. You know, he was doing crescendos himself to kind of match the guitar's crescendos, and I don't know, it was just something interesting, relatively simple to do and stuff, but it was just interesting. I thought it was a nice touch. The song slowly builds up tension throughout, and then you get to the second half and you've got a much bigger, fuller, louder sound than what you started off with. And lyrically, it sounds like someone who is... It sounds like they're waiting for someone who's unreachable. I don't know whether it's he's waiting for someone to come into his life, like a partner or a potential partner, but it sounds like it never happens. And I think he says in the final verse something like, if you... I think he says something like, if you notice me, see me, make me realise why I was torn. So I don't know, that last verse makes it sound like, please, if you do ever come into my life, please make sure you recognise the impact that this kind of forever waiting has had on me. That's what it sounds like anyway. But the main reaction is to this live performance in Germany. And these are always slightly different, especially when I know the original anyway, when I've heard the original first, because it is literally just an appreciation of how they've performed it, as opposed to a breakdown of the whole song and, lyrically what it meant. So I've given you a little bit of context and a little bit of my thoughts right at the very beginning. And yeah, let's just go on with the main reaction tonight. This is The Outlaw, Torn in Germany by Metallica. Let's get set up and let's go. Outdoors. Strings. There wasn't strings in the studio version, was there? Love that. Just him on his own. Listen to that.
And now I wait my whole lifetime for you. And now I wait my whole lifetime. Oh, yeah.
There's the crescendos.
I ride the dirt, I ride the tide for you. I search the outside, search inside for you. To take back what you left me. You're all I was born to be. Don't take so I may find. Don't wanna wait my whole lifetime. I'm out of I'm out of and I'm so wanna wait my whole lifetime for you. So wanna wait my whole lifetime for you. The more I search, the more I need for you. The more I blast, the more I bleed for you. They crash the clock and fail. I'd rather die behind the wheel. Time was never on my side. Don't wanna waste my whole lifetime. I'm out
He's actually got a very good voice, hasn't he?
Beware, yeah.
Okay.
The Outlaw Torn. It's been a while since we played that. I hope you found that to be special.
Okay, so that was the live performance of the Outlaw Torn in Mannheim, 2019. Why did that feel like that was James's song? And what I mean by that is it felt like he put his heart and soul into that song, literally. And it also feels like the rest of the band were like, this is for you. You can have this one. So I don't know, did James write this song? Did this What's the story behind the song? Is it about James? Is it James? It just feels like there's a big connection with him for this song. It felt like I was watching him and his band rather than Metallica tonight. That was really, really good. What I'd noticed a little bit more here, and I think the visual element added to that, is those really long, slowly bending vocal notes that he'd take at the end of some of his verses, and some of the times we were bending downwards. It just kind of added to everything else that we've got that created this whole slow, ambient, almost trippy sound. So those were great, but also an appreciation for his voice. I think I really like listening to him on a stripped back song like this because you can really appreciate the control that he's got in his voice. Especially on those higher notes that he hits, you can tell that he's closing off his throat. He's controlling his breath really, really well to make sure that that note stays consistent, on pitch, and piercing. There's no vibrato. There's no kind of agility there. He's just hitting you straight with his vocals, and I really like it. I really, really like it. The ending to that performance was fantastic. I loved James's riff that he started playing. That he could play the same riff whilst the rest of the song started to move through the chords around it, and it all still fit perfectly. I loved the build up of tension, energy towards the end. Really, really enjoyed that. And again, talking about the end, James playing a guitar solo. And I think I've only seen him do that once or twice. And I think on one of the videos that I saw, there was an actual kind of joke made about it. So I think someone said to him, James on solo or James on lead guitar or something. And that was like a bit of an in joke because apparently he never does. So I don't know. I think that just added to my whole thinking of, this felt like the James show tonight, or this song certainly feels like it means a lot to James, and the band have just let him take it and said, "Yep, you can have it. We'll let you be the focal point if you like for this song." I really, really enjoyed that. That was the Outlaw Torn in Mannheim, Germany. Sean Reyes, thank you very much for your support, first of all. Thanks very, very much for suggesting this song. And guys, if you want to get involved, I'll stick a link to the Patreon and the Discord in the description section. And basically, the Discord is where you can get involved with the chat with all the other Northern Ear subscribers and viewers and other music fans. And, like I said, get involved with the chat and meet some great people. And the Patreon is where you can start to get some extra powers. So you can get voting powers, so you can help decide which songs I listen to next, right the way through to doing exactly what Sean Reyes has done and getting his own personalised reaction to pretty much any video or song on YouTube. So if you're interested in that, I'll stick a link. And guys, I'll be back again tomorrow for some more reactions. Until then, have a good night, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Take care.